Yo guys, I'm back with part 4 on how to build this traditional house. And in this video, I'm going to be starting the interior layout for the inside of the house. Alright guys, so I don't have any blocks right now because the first thing we're going to just start doing is cutting out all of the grass within the house. So what I'm going to do is just grab my potion of swiftness. I also have a potion of night vision. And I'm just going to cut out all of the grass within the house. And then we'll just start by placing all of the floors. So I'll see you guys when I have all of this dirt cut out. Okay guys, I just now finished cutting out all of that dirt, so just make sure you went throughout the entire house, and it should now all basically just like be empty like this. So I went ahead and grabbed some blocks for the floors, so you could get dark oak wood planks, chiseled quartz blocks, white concrete, and black concrete. And I'm going to be worrying about the garage floors later on. Anyways, I think what I'm going to do is just switch to my dark oak planks. And I'm going to completely fill in all of this space. And then we'll go back later on and fill in the rest of the spaces with the necessary blocks. So we're just going to delete the area that needs to be deleted of wood. And we'll replace it with the blocks that we're actually going to be using. It's just going to make it a lot easier. So I have my dark oak planks. And right now, I'm lined up with this window where the gray concrete is. We'll just go over one more block. And we'll just bring a strip of wood straight across here. So just like kind of right up against this wall here. Because all of this is going to be the floors for the garage. Now, I'm going to go in towards that direction with dark oak wood planks. I'm going to grab my potion of swiftness. Completely fill it all in. Then like I said, we'll go back and fill in the necessary floors. So right here is going to be a checkered pattern with the black and white concrete for the kitchen. Right here is a bathroom. And then over here is another little bathroom. And then every other floor in the house is going to be wood. For the first floor, that is. And not including the garage. So once we start doing the actual layout, then we'll know exactly where to have these floors. The other floors. So I'm going to fill all of this in, and I'll see you guys once I have it all filled in. Alright guys, I'm just now finishing up with the floors. So, there we go. So just make sure you completely filled in this section with wood for now, and once we do the layout, we'll go back and just carve out the rest of the wood that needs to be carved out, and we'll replace it with the blocks that are actually going to be used for those areas. But, like I said, I just filled in this side of the house, so it should be looking like this. Alright guys, so now the main blocks I'm going to be using for the walls, it's going to be a little bit different over there because I decided to double them up on that side of the house. But for the rest of the house, we're going to be using a pattern between light gray concrete, spruce wood, white concrete, and then for the doorways, you're going to want to grab some pillar quartz blocks and stone buttons. Okay, so I'm going to start over here on this wall where the garage area is. I'm going to use my light gray concrete. I'll place 2 right here so basically like from the edge, it would just place 2. So we're right on the edge of the window now. You can then place another one like that so it forms an L shape. Switch to your pillar quartz block. You could place 1 here, skip over 2, then place another one. Switch back to your light gray concrete and bring this towards the back. So we're going to fill it in right there. Now, let's add a layer of spruce wood facing upward on top of the light gray concrete. Then a layer of white concrete on top of the wood. And then we want to add, it looks like 1, 2, 3 more layers of light gray concrete on top of the white concrete. Alright, Let's then switch back to our pillar quartz blocks. We're going to add 3 more on top of the one on the bottom for now, because the 4th block is actually going to be the corners for the door. Is add 2 sideways blocks down the middle and then buttons on each side. I believe these walls are doubled actually. So let's not add any buttons here yet, but let's go ahead and double up this doorway. So just add another layer behind it. And you can then add your stone buttons. Keep in mind to fill in the 2 spaces above the doorway right here, or the 2 layers. And there we go, we have that wall done. So it should be looking like that, just with a doorway to enter the garage area. Alright guys, I'm now facing the front door wall. Continue with your light gray concrete, and we're just going to bring this across. Make sure to skip all of the windows and the doorway. And we just want to make sure we're 2 spaces after this glass right here, so 1 and 2. Then, we'll go ahead and add a block here, is that we're going to have a doorway. And then you can switch back to your light gray concrete and bring this straight across to the back wall. Then you could just wrap this around, once again skip over the windows and the back door. Then connect it to this other wall that we finished off at. Then you can add a layer of spruce wood facing upward on top of all of this. You can then switch to your white concrete, add a layer on top of the spruce wood. And then we're going to add an additional 3 layers of light gray concrete on top of this white concrete. Real quick, make sure you then start to get all of the spaces right above the doorways and the windows. Alright guys, and there we go. So we just made kind of like a big rectangle or square like that in the center of the house. Let's continue bringing up the rest of this doorway. Keep in mind, like I said, the walls over here are going to be doubled, so we have to double up the doorway as well. Then this 4th layer is actually going to be the corner blocks, and then sideways blocks. Then our stone buttons on those corners. And then 2 extra layers of light gray concrete on top of the doorway. Okay, so that is what it is looking like right now. Okay guys, I'm gonna head over. If you walk through the front door, I'm going to the right side. And I just went ahead and grabbed some brown concrete and stripped birch logs, because that is what I used for the hallway area in this side of the house, on this side of the house. So I'm gonna switch to the brown concrete. Just add 2 layers on each side of the doorway. You can then bring it out 3 on that 2nd block on each side. Then we're going to have a doorway right here. Then you can switch back to your brown concrete, add 3 more. And then fill in this wall here where the window is. So you should only be seeing 2 blocks here now, but still 3 over here. Then you can add a layer of stripped birch logs on top of that brown concrete. Make sure they're facing upward. And then we got to add 4 more layers of brown concrete on top of the stripped birch logs. Alright, then let's start bringing up these doorways. So another just 3 blocks on top of the one that we already have. Then what we got to do is actually double it up. But I'm going to bring it up 3 on this back side, so we still have the extra block for our corner like this. And then our sideways blocks. And then we have to do our buttons on the corners. Okay, there we go. And then 2 more layers of brown concrete on that. And on this side. So for this area right here, this is going to be a bathroom. So I'm going to grab, let's see, like light blue concrete, or we could do cyan concrete. Yeah, let's do cyan concrete. And I'm going to fill in the walls for this room. So just like the 3 spaces here, just like wrap it around. So for this spot, instead of filling in the corner like that, so let's say if I continue this, we have that corner filled in. What we want to do is actually leave that corner completely empty. And then, once again, leave that corner empty as well. Okay. So, maybe I had that filled in, because I remember... Oh, you know what I think I did? I think I ended up filling this in right here for the exterior of the house. Or I filled that in. Yeah, guys, I think what I did was actually filled in these corners so that the bathroom has a little bit of a different shape. So then we'll just continue wrapping this around. So yeah, I filled in these corners. I didn't leave them empty. So go ahead and fill them in. Okay, yeah, that looks good. So let me just continue bringing up all of these walls until they're just the same height as the other walls that we already brought up. Okay, there we go. So I just filled in those walls. So now, like I said, this is going to be a bathroom. So I'm just going to, well, we'll worry about that later, because we're going to have chiseled quartz blocks for the floors in there. But for this bedroom, I think I had brown concrete just like the hallway. But I still think I ended up doubling up the walls on this side. But I think I actually want to use a different color in this room instead of the brown concrete, since we're able to. So I think what I'm going to do is, yeah, so maybe we could just have, let's grab just some random black. Use whatever color you guys want. It's all up to you, but I think what I'm going to use is maybe like, we go with like orange concrete or something. Something a little bit different. Why not? A nice vibrant color. Because this room is a little bit smaller, so I had a smaller bed as well. So I kind of just made it into a kid's bedroom. So I think a nice vibrant color is the best choice for this room. So yeah, orange is something I normally don't use. Maybe we could add a strip down towards the bottom like we normally do as well. We'll see. But first, let me just continue filling the rest of this in. Okay, so there we go. I filled in the walls in here. They are very, very bright. Alright. So yeah, maybe we could add a strip down at the bottom. How about just... I don't want to use yellow. Although it would work, like yellow and orange kind of do work together, but not in this situation. I'll just use... Oh, I already have light gray. I'll just use light gray and just have a strip down here on the second layer. Yeah, orange is very vibrant, but I think it'll be fine. Like I said, if you guys don't like the orange, feel free to use maybe like blue, like the bathroom, or red or purple, or whatever you want. Oh, whoops, that is, wait. Oh, I thought it was still flashing. Like, I thought I used this potion and I thought it was flashing still. Alright, so yeah, I think that's pretty good. So, now let me get rid of that orange concrete. I'm going to switch to my chiseled quartz blocks. And I'm going to cut out from here on the second, like the back layer of this doorway. And I'm going to cut out all of this wood and replace it with chiseled quartz blocks for the floors here in the bathroom. Alright. So there we go. We have that filled in. And now this side of the house is all done. So just a nice little hallway leads into this bathroom. And then this bedroom over here. And then we lead back out. This is like a little wait, what is this? Oh, a living room. I was trying to like think. Living room, I was going to say laundry room. And then the kitchen right over there. We have kind of like a half bath right here for this hallway. I had a little bit of a closet back here. Just like a little kind of hallway. And then our staircase here in the front. And this is like the entrance. And a nice hallway over here as well to lead into the half bath. So yeah, we just took care of that area. So I think what I'm going to do... I don't know if we're going to be able to get all of the interior layout done in this video. Like the part previous to this was over an hour long. Just over an hour. I don't like my parts to be that long. But I think what I'm going to do is finish doing the layout for this first floor. And we still got to fill in the floors in there and do all of the walls. And then I think I'll just end this video. And then in part 5 we'll do the second half of the interior layout. But anyways guys, make sure you took care of this side of the house. And it should be looking like that. Alright guys, I switched back to my light gray concrete. This is the front door here. We're going to go to the right side of it and place a block leaving one space here at the left. You can then switch to your pillar quartz block and add a doorway here so it's lined up with the garage door. Switch back to your light gray concrete. Go to the right of the doorway. We're going to push this back until we have 4 spaces remaining back here. So we should have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then what we got to do is curve this in towards that wall there. So like I said, we're going to have a hallway right here, and then there's just a little half bath. Okay, so now let's continue bringing up the rest of this wall. So let's just do our pattern, and then we have to bring up our doorway as well. Whoops, I messed up here. And there we go. Alright, now like I said, let's bring up our doorway. And then let's add our 2 layers of light gray concrete and our buttons. Okay, so now here for the bathroom, I think what I did was had a doorway like right around here. So we left like 2 spaces, or is it 1 space? Because then we have a sink here. He's in the toilet, and that's about all I had in here. So I'll leave 1 space here on each side. So then the bathroom is going to be 5 spaces going towards the back. Then we're just going to have another doorway here. Is that we got to add stone buttons on the corners. And 2 layers of light gray concrete. And then we got to cut out this wood here and replace it with chiseled quartz blocks. And that is going to be it for this little half bath here. So now we have this side done. Oh, actually, I had a closet here, so you can switch back to your pillar quartz blocks. And you just want to make sure to leave 2 spaces in between the pillar and that back wall. So just a small little closet I decided to add instead of just leaving this completely empty. Or you could possibly, instead of making this a closet, you could make it into a laundry room. But that is up to you. Then I'm going to add my stone buttons. Then 2 layers of light gray concrete. So now we have this little section done. A lot smaller compared to that. Alright. Then we just have like the entrance and our living room and kitchen. So this is what it is all. Here, let me go over here. Get a full view, kind of. This is what it's looking like right now. Alright guys, let's do our wall divider, which divides the entrance of the house and the living room and kitchen. So I'm going to switch back to my light gray concrete. We just want to leave 1 space here on the edge, and then we're going to place a block of light gray concrete. We're then going to place a pillar quartz block. We then want to skip over 5 spaces, and then place another pillar quartz block there. So we just left 5 spaces here in the middle for the doorway. You can then switch back to your light gray concrete and push this back until you meet up with this wall. Then, let's go ahead and just bring up the rest of this wall with our pattern. Let's then bring up our doorway. And then our stone buttons on the corners and our 2 layers of light gray concrete on top of this. Okay, so there we go. We're gonna have like the staircase for the second floor going up right there. We're gonna leave a little bit of space over here, kind of like to act as a hallway. And then it's gonna be able to wrap around here. So now we'll head on in here. So this area is going to be the living room. This area is going to be our kitchen. So let me actually grab the black concrete again. And I'll just switch out the pillar quartz block. So white and black concrete. You want to make sure you're like right on the edge of this doorway. So not right here, but just 1 block over. And you can start cutting out all of this wood. And we're just going to replace all of this wood with a checkered pattern between the white and black concrete. So I'll show you here in a second. Let me just finish carving all of this out. Alright, so we'll start with the white concrete or the black concrete, up to you. Really doesn't matter. And I just want to do it kind of like on every other block. So it's forming a checkered pattern. And then for all of the remaining spaces, we're just going to be using our black concrete. So I think these floors just look a lot more traditional than my other floors, which I would normally do, because it is still a traditional house, so I still want to have some type of traditional features for the inside. So let me fill all of this in. And then we just have the garage to do. And then that's probably all I'm really going to be doing here in part 1. Or not part 1, in part 4. And then in part 5, I'll start bringing up the staircase, and then we'll start doing everything on the second floor. So, yeah, I just don't want my parts to be as long as the other one was. An hour was way too long. I could have cut that up into 2 parts, but I really wasn't expecting it to be that long. So yeah, this video, I'm going to try to shorten it up a little bit. So that is everything for the main part of the house. No wall there, it's all open. So now I'm going to do the garage. So let me just clear my inventory. Let me be sure to grab a potion of night vision though. And then you can get some white concrete for the walls. And then you could also get the pattern that we use for the exterior. So andesite, diorite, cobblestone, stone bricks, and then cobblestone. So I'll start by doing that. First, what I'm going to do is completely fill all of this in with andesite. So I'm going to grab a potion of swiftness as well. And then we'll go back the same way that we did it on the driveway area. We're just going to do the same pattern out there. So I guess what I'm going to do is just completely skip over this, since you guys already know how to do this. And I'll see you when I have it all filled in and all of the texture added. Okay guys, I think I have the garage floors done now. So it should be looking something like this, just like similar to the exterior. So now what I'm going to do is switch to my white concrete. I'm going to fill in all of the floors, or not the floors, fill in all of the walls. And then after this, like I said, that is probably all I'll be doing in this video. So this might be a little bit shorter than some of the other parts. But like I said, I try my best not to make them too long to the point where you guys literally see how long it is and be like, nope, I don't want to do that. So yeah, I always try my best to kind of keep them kind of like the similar like a similar length. I think about 30 minutes per part is just about right. But anyways, I'm going to bring up all of these walls to the same height as this light gray concrete, and then that'll be it. Okay guys, so there we go. I finished filling in the walls for the garage. Very simple. Once again, make sure not to fill in this corner here. We're just going to leave it empty. So, instead of like that, it's just going to be like that. And same with this one over here. Instead of filling it in, we're going to leave it empty. And same with that one. So you should have 3 spaces from that window to this wall, as well as this side. Then over here, you should have 2 spaces in between this corner and the doorway. Okay, so like I said guys, that'll be it for this video. So this is just the interior layout for the first floor of the house. Okay guys, so that's gonna be it for part 4 on how to build this traditional house. And if this did help you, be sure to please leave a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in part 5. Later.
I'm alone, I'm a broken home. I gave you all the bricks that I own and know. I'm letting go, I'm breaking these walls down, breaking these walls down. If you want adventure, then fly to home. But if you wanna travel, then go alone. Yeah, what's the point in us?